Hi girls, in this video I'm going to explain the concept of frames and frame sets in HTML. Let's go into the topic. What is frame? HTML frames are used to divide your browser window into multiple sections. So far you have seen some examples how to create a web pages like that, how to design the web pages. But before frame and frame sets, the screen will be in a single section only. So if you want to divide your screens into multiple sections, you need a frame and frame set in HTML documents. A collection of frames in the browser window is known as frame set. A collection of frames in browser window is known as a frame set. The window is divided into frames. In a similar way, the tables are organized into rows and columns. Okay, so how the tables are divided into rows and columns, like that the browser window are divided into multiple sections by means of the frame set tag in HTML. So this is an example picture how you could able to divide the screens, or given this picture. Here this browser window is divided into three parts. The first, it was divided into two rows, and then the first row is divided into two columns. Okay, so like that you can divide your browser window into multiple sections according to your wish and your how you are going to design a web page. Okay, so what is a frame set? In HTML, frames enable you to present multiple HTML documents within the same window. For example, you have a left frame for navigation and right frame for the main content, like that you have seen in most of the web pages. Without frame set, you can't able to present multiple screens in a single frame. Okay. The attributes of the frame set tag are calls and rows. Calls specify how many columns are contained in the frame set, and the size of each column. You can specify the width of each column in one of the three ways. You can use these three ways to specify the width of the column. Okay, so the first one is you have to just give absolute values in pixels. For example, to create three vertical frames, use calls equal to 100, 500, 100. Like that also you can use this to give the width of the column, and then by using the percentage also you can able to give the width of the column, and then the wildcard symbol star also used to give the sizes of the window. Okay, so and then the second attribute of the frame set is the rows. The attribute works just like the column attribute and takes the same values, but it is used to specify the rows in the frame set. For example, to create two horizontal frames, the rows you can use rows equal to 10%, 90%. The first frame has the width 10% and the second row has the width as the 90%. Okay, you can specify the height of each row in same way as explained the above columns. And then this is the syntax of the frame set. Okay, so within the HTML tag, one more thing you have to remind here is, for a frame set tag, there is no need of body tag here. You can't give body tag for defining the frame set. So you just start the HTML and give the frame set tags. Okay. So these are all the frame attributes in HTML. Frame border, it specifies the border of the frame. The value may be 0 or 1. And then margin height, margin width, name, no resize, scrolling, and resource. These are all the frames attributes in frame sets. So this is an example of dividing the window into the three column. So here this is the example code. Here you can see there is no, here the body tag is used. Sorry, here the body tag is used below the frame set tags, because the frame set tag does not, the frame set tag can't be given within the body tag. Frame set calls equal to 25%, 50%, 25%. So the top frame has the width size 25%. The main frame has the width as the 50%, and the last frame has the 25%. So here the three frames are mentioned. Name, the first frame name is the left, second frame name is the center, and the third frame name is the right. So you can also divide your screens into multiple ways. This is also one of the example. Here you can see this is the one row second row is divided into 3 columns. Like that also you can able to split the windows into multiple sections. So this is also another example. This is the first column, and second column is divided into 2 rows, and then the third column. Okay, so this is how there are so many ways you can divide your screens. So let's say give the practical examples of how you divide the screens. Okay girls, I'm going to give the example for the frame set. So no need to give a body tag to divide the screens. So just I directly go to the frame set tag. Frame set. Here I'm going to divide the screen into the 3 rows. So I'm just give the attribute rows equal to 25%, comma 50%, comma star. Star means the remaining position it will be have the star. Okay. So I just close the bracket, and so here I give the 3 rows. So I'm going to give the 3 frames here. The first one is the frame. First frame name is equal to 1, and then the SRC. SRC means the source, and then the second frame. I give the name second, and again note this source. I will explain you what will have to give in the source. And then the third frame, I give the name third and SRC. So I just close the frame set tag. There is no closing tag for frame. You only have the closing tag for frame set only. So this is how the frame set divide the screens. So I save this. I save this as frame set.html. Okay. Then I'm going to run the screen. So I just go to the documents, and I choose the frame set. Okay. So here you can see the window is divided into 3 rows, row 1, row 2, row 3. Okay. So this is the example for the rows. If you give this into the column, you just changes to the calls. Okay. And then you save and you refresh this screen. You can see this is divided into the 3 columns. So that's it. So frame set tag is used to divide the browser into multiple sections. Frame set tag has 2 attributes, rows and columns. If you want to divide the screen into multiple rows, you can use the attribute row. If you want to divide the browser window into multiple columns, you can use the column attributes. Okay. So here I'm use this. I'm just going to divide the 2 columns. Okay. So I did the third one. Here I don't mention this. Here I just delete this. Again, you have to save this and refresh this. Okay. So this is the 2 column. Okay. So now I'm going to give some content to that frame. So I minimize this notepad and choose another notepad. So here I'm start the new coding. This is the content I'm going to display in the frame 1. So I just here you can use the body tag. Body tag is not used in the frame set tag only, but in normal other than frame set tags, you can use body tag for displaying the content in the browser. So I use this here. So I just print that frame 1 h1, and then I close the body tag, and then the HTML tag too, and then I save this in a name. frame1.html or anything. Okay, I just to save this as frame1.html. Now I'm going to take the frame set tag and I give the path of the content that I want to display in the frame1. That is the frame1.html. Okay, so again you save this, and one more thing I mention you here, you just run the frame set tag only. In which notepad you write the coding for the frame set tag, you have to run that frame only for the output. Okay, so frame1. Again I am going to choose this frame1. Here I am going to give some examples of the content. Okay, I'm going to just display the, I told you how to get the address of the images. You just save this, sorry, copy this, rows.jpg. And then one more thing I'm going to give here is target. Target means if I click the text, the rows will be displayed in the frame 2. So I just mentioned the frame name 2. So again you have saved this and you have to run the and this. Okay, so if I click the rows will be displayed in the second part. So the rows image is bigger, so it was like this. Okay, again I'm going to, in my last class I create a table mark list table I create yesterday. So just I want to link that here. So it's, you have give break for next statement. So here I just mentioned the table.html because within the same flu, if the path in the same folder, you need not give the full path for that, just give the name only, it's enough for that. Okay, so and then I'm also mention the target here because target means in which frame it will be displayed the hyperlink content. Okay, so here I just leave the mark list, choose rows here. Okay, so this is the sample example of the frame set. I just divide the screen into 2 columns and I display this content here. Okay, this is the rows, this is the to see the mark list of the content. So I think you people understand by this. The most important thing here is the two thing